Welcome. My name is Saint, and you're watching TalkofToronto Season 1. This season, we reflected on the past 20 years and examined how far Toronto has come as a city. We discussed everything from the city's cultural habits, good and bad, the Drake effect, and how his success has affected the city. We pay homage to some of Toronto's legends. We talk about the music industry and whether or not we even have an infrastructure here that supports one, and much more. We challenge the idea that Toronto is better than ever before and have intelligent conversation about what's good and bad about the city. I chose to create this series because Toronto's a city on the rise, but with that comes responsibility of making sure the voices representing the city are authentic. And even though we have some great artists from the city that have catapulted us into the forefront of the entertainment world, sometimes I find when having conversations with people who are not from the city, they still don't really know much about Toronto. I think if Toronto's going to become a legendary city like LA or New York, ATL, Chicago, Miami, and so on, the picture of the city needs to be more vivid and instantly recognizable. So I think shows like this and others give an inside look to a city and ultimately help with that. I also think we really need to start speaking on our history in a more confident fashion that makes people familiar with our culture and what's going on here. I hear so much American bashing and have growing up in Toronto throughout the years, and one of the most famous lines I often hear is, Americans are ignorant because they don't know shit about Toronto. But the funniest thing about that is most Canadians don't know shit about Toronto. Most Torontonians don't know shit about Toronto. So I think overall that's something as a city we need to work on. Shout out to Michelle Zemberg for allowing me to use footage from a documentary she produced about 20 years ago about the Toronto music scene called Northern Touch, which you can find on YouTube, so make sure you check that out. Shout out all the interviewees who took time out of their busy schedules to sit and talk with me. Much appreciated. Shout out to my big bro DT who inspired this whole series from a conversation we had a few years back. And lastly, shout out my team, Andrew, Asta, CU, and others who helped me execute this vision. Please support. Share it, comment. I'm not new to content creation, but I am new to being in front of the camera, so bear with me, be patient. I may not be polished, but I'm doing me. This is Talk of Toronto, Season 1.